Hey everybody, and welcome to this ASMR tech video. I like to, I love kind of tech. I really do, and I love kind of making videos discussing it and rambling about it and stuff like that, I guess, because I don't think there's many people that I know in real life who actually are into tech as much as I am. So I think they just get bored of me talking about it. So I just kind of ramble on in these videos and put them out into the ether. But what I thought we'd look at today is the kind of used PC market, or the eBay market, shall we say, and see if there is value there for people who are looking to maybe get a low end or even a high end PC and or try and get parts, and try and find a bargain. Are there bargains available on eBay, right now for people? I've done videos in the past looking at kind of like certain builds I would do, streaming builds, etc., and I thought it might be cool to kind of look at the market where you have to get a little bit, down and dirty. You have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of, tracking and watching, and it can be fun when you pick up a bargain on eBay, but you can also get some real shocking deals. So let's kind of have a look and see what we can find here. Now I've got also Overclockers, which is a really good UK website and shop to kind of compare new prices to what people are charging. And then I've got a PC part picker list, which we can, if we see a system which we think is particularly overpriced or good value, we can kind of compare it as we go through. Now what you'll see on eBay is a lot of these types of systems which are these kind of look super cool in the picture, like pre-built systems. Now telling you for free that for $279.95 you're not getting that system. Those fans alone will cost you like over £100, so that is not what you're getting. Let's see what they are trying to sell us here. Okay, so if you want the standard case, I assume that's your 100 and whatever. Your Predator 8 fans are suddenly going up through there. What are they actually offering here though? So they're saying a fast Intel Core i5, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard disk drive, Windows 10, a GT 710, 2 gigabyte, and Wi-Fi. To call that a gaming PC is very loose. Like, yeah, you could run Fortnite on very low settings at 720p, but that is pretty much what you're getting there for 350 quid. At this point, you're way better off getting a console if you just want it for gaming. If you wanted a PC as well, I mean, again, there are much better bargains you can have or you can find. Let's see what the i5 is. Does it actually say what? Doesn't seem to actually say what model. Oh no, here we go. The second generation. Like that is. This is probably somebody's taken an old like Dell PC and then just popped it into a slightly more modern case. Again, the case changes every time, if you see. They've got the monitor and stuff, but none of that's included. GTA 5, I'd be very surprised if that ran at all on here. It's not. These are not good like value for money, really. Oh no, sorry, the monitor is included. It's a 19-inch monitor, so it's pretty small. I mean, actually, when you include the monitor, and you're like, that's not actually terrible for like 200 odd quid, but it's pretty bad. Or 308. Okay, so say it was nearly 400. It's pretty bad, actually. What have they kind of said here? So if you're a beginner, they've said that's the 710, and then the 1650 if you're intermediate. And it goes up to a 3770. I actually have had a 3770 before, and it wasn't bad. At least they give you an SSD, and then they're saying the GTX 160. I think they maybe be the 1660. No, it says 1650. Sorry, it says GTX 150 Ti here, which is different to that. This is why you don't buy from people like this on eBay. Okay. Don't never ever buy from this type of thing, because there's so many warning signs in this type of like pre-built system here, different things saying different stuff. You know, it's 431 sold is, it feels criminal. People always suggest to you to build your own PC, get the parts yourself, build your own PC. I totally appreciate that that is very scary for some people, or they think it's very complicated. Watch a few YouTube videos on people doing it. You'll see, you know, say Linus Tech Tips or someone like that. You'll see it's actually very, very simple to do. You have control over everything yourself. You can, you know, make sure everything's nice and tidy. It's all done. It'll allow you to troubleshoot if your PC has problems much easier, because, you know, you can test and pull out parts. You'll have the confidence to do that. But if you are insistent upon being like, I do not want to build a PC myself, don't skimp. Like, there are good PC builders out there. Yes, you're going to be paying a premium for labour. You might even pay slightly more than, you know, you would do to buy the parts. There might be a little bit premium on there, but never ever skimp on it. If you are after budget, never buy a budget pre-built. Always build your own. This one's caught my eye here because it's £5.50. It says refurbished. Okay. It's a tight looking system. I'm intrigued as to why on earth it's 550. Let's have a look. So for me, most components are new CPU, motherboard, fan, cooler. There's still 6 days left, so at the end of the day, it's not going to be £5.50, is it? But let's see if there's anything in here that would be. So he says, for sale, I have my gaming PC. It's a Parsmart rating of 84% with performance test 10.0. I mean, that's cool. It says Ryzen 5 3600. It's a great CPU. MSI X470. Okay. I mean, that's fine as well. It's like slightly better than a B450, which, you know, would be good as well. It's a nice case. Yeah, absolutely. The Corsair IQ. Vertically mounted. Yeah, he has it vertically mounted, doesn't he? We can see here the thing. It's a really nice build, actually. It won't be £5.50. How much would I pay for this? With it being secondhand, I mean, you got the 1060, you got the 3GB, so it's not the 6GB one I would necessarily recommend, but it's still decent enough on there. I would imagine, I mean, it looks like it's got like custom sleeve cables or cable extensions. He's obviously got a water cooler, a radiator, quite a nice radiator in there. It's got his LEDs. Yeah, and a nice case as well. Looks like it's got the boxes for everything as well, so it's kind of cool. I'd imagine that's probably going to sell for sort of 600 or 700. I imagine you could build that yourself a lot cheaper for second-hand parts. But I'm intrigued on that. I might even like come back and watch that. I'm not logged into my eBay account, so I don't give away my address. But yeah, interesting. Starter PC, starter gaming PC. So they're saying 300 quid buy it now. Core i5 GTX 960. Now, the 9 series GTX NVIDIA cards are like 2 generations old now. I don't know how much you would be able to buy one for like straight out, but it wouldn't be a lot. It's not a great looking case, is it? It's a Corsair. I've got. They're called those Corsair ones, but it's pretty old. I wanted to have a look at the back. See what sort of stuff he's got going on here. Okay. Does he give any other, or she? Could be she. Core i5 4590, 960, 8GB of RAM, 128 SSD, boot drive, super fast startup, 600 watt power supply. Doesn't say what type. Doesn't give you any other makes on stuff. This tower performs very well in popular games such as Fortnite's Apex Legends and Minecraft. For heavier gaming and streaming, this tower is upgradable in the future if you wish to do so. I mean, every PC is upgradable. It's not easily upgradable because you've got such an old CPU there, you would have to replace the entire motherboard. Yeah, you could put in a new GPU, and also your fans are clogged up with dust there. Let's have a look at this a sec. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but there is dust all over that. I would be very... If you can't be bothered, and the cable management inside is borderline horrific, there is dust all over that GPU. Yeah, I wouldn't go near that with a barge pole. Just on that, because if you can't be bothered to open up your PC and squirt a can of compressed air in there every 6 months, then, you've not looked after it very well. 120 quid? Yeah, I'd pay 120 quid for that. Would I pay 300 quid? No, no way. It won't go for 120 though, I'm sure. It's just obviously just come on. Let's get away from some of these horrible kind of pre-builts. Here we go. Gaming PC bundle. Always suspicious when people just put gaming PC bundle. That looks like a... No, it isn't. I was going to say that looked like a stock Intel. It's a GTX series. Okay, let's have a look at what they're saying it is. So the bundle includes a HP 24-inch 60Hz monitor. I often think you're much better off just selling this stuff individually, because you're just going to put the price up when someone might not want any of that stuff. And as a seller point of view, I think you'll get more for this stuff individually. And it might be a bit more hassle, but if you're buying a PC, you might not want any of that stuff. And then you've got to have it all bundled. So it's a 1050 Ti. I actually have a laptop with a 1050 Ti. It's not the worst thing in the world. It will run things in pretty low, with pretty low settings at 60 frames per second. I'm trying to think of games, graphically demanding games I've played on it. So I've played Skyrim on it, and it's run okay. I've played like Mass Effect 3, and it ran okay. I've played I'm trying to think of graphically what intense game I've played that has done very badly on it. I can't remember now. What is in my Steam library that I played on it? There was something I tried. I can't quite remember what it is, and it absolutely chugged. That was it. I played Assassin's Creed Black Flag on it, and I was getting about 30 frames per second with sort of medium to low kind of settings. So, but if you just wanted something to kind of knock around with, it's not a terrible card. The CIT Raider Blue, 6 LED blue fans. I mean, massively overkill fan. It's just going to increase your noise, if anything. No SSD. If you've got a 40 watt power supply, then nothing's running there. I'm going to imagine that's 400 watt. It's an AMD FX 8300. So that's not... Those older AMDs, they weren't great, shall we say. I'd rather have an older Intel than an older AMD. The new Ryzen ones are fantastic, but yeah. How much is he's wanting? 750. Oh my god. Okay, sure, you get a keyboard, a mouse, but listen, you turn around and say, and it's collection only, so you got to drive there and pick it up. Very well looked after. Let's be the judge of that. Actually, it doesn't look too tight. Oh, it's a mini graphics card as well. Oof. Yeah, not too sure on that one personally. Keyboard's nice enough, but here's my thought on the peripherals there. So an HP 24-inch 60Hz monitor. So let's look at how much a 24-inch brand new monitor will cost you. That's only 60 Hz. So most of these are kind of high refresh rate ones. Let's look at the cheapest one. Price. Sort by price low to high. There we go. So yeah, these are all 60 Hz. They'll all be minimum 60 Hz. So say, I didn't see what make it was, HP, which is, here or there. So say you can get one for 95 quid. A lot of these are 95 quid. I would imagine it's a TN panel. Doesn't say, but I would imagine it is. A Corsair K55 RGB keyboard. So say it's 100 quid for the keyboard, for the monitor. But you have to take some money off for that. I'm not sure they're going to have the K55. You've got a K57. I think the K55. Oh no, here we go. So it's 55 quid. So let's call that 150 quid. And your mouse is a SteelSeries rival 110, which again, they're not bad peripherals to tell you the truth. That mouse is pretty decent. He says as he literally drops his mouse. Manufacturer, and bear in mind, this is all so SteelSeries 110. They don't have that anymore. But say you wanted a mouse which was fairly decent. You say it's another 50 quid. So say we talk 200 quid. That means that what's left is, and don't turn around and say high quality durable mouse pad. That's ridiculous. Say what you got left. Say 200 quid for all those peripherals. What you got left is 550 quid. That is not a £550 PC in any way, shape or form. If you built a brand new one, just going to look for something really kind of basic. Here we go. This has even come with a graphics card. It might not, but it'll come with a 3200G. That's with like brand new high end like stuff. It's not really got a graphics card to be fair, but it's not for used. Say the equivalent would be maybe like I don't really want to build it actually there, it would take too long, but what I'm trying to say is that that is not a £500 PC realistically. So I kind of think they've chucked in the bundle to be like, save my effort trying to sell all that individually, because if you're selling these things secondhand, you're going to get, we looked at it new to buy that stuff. If you're selling that secondhand, you're going to get 50 quid for that if you're lucky. You're probably going to get like 30 quid for a keyboard. You might get 20 quid, probably maybe like 10, 15 quid for that mouse. So you're going to get less than 100 quid for that secondhand. If he sells that secondhand, maybe 100 quid. So then you're actually looking at £650 for the PC, which is not worth it. This is when it's like, I think sometimes people try to take advantage a little bit of people who perhaps don't know a crazy amount of it. Okay, this is interesting actually. We got a Dell G5, opened, never used, 9400 processor. So there's no graphics card. It's the is there a graphics card? So he's put a 400 quid reserve on it. This is very much an office PC. A G5. I wonder how much. Oh, sorry, no, 1650. That wouldn't be terrible for 400 quid. I don't know how upgradable it's going to be. It's not actually terrible, 400 quid. If you get it for 400 quid, now this has just come on, and that's his reserve. So he's saying, I'm not going to take less than 400 quid. So, sure, if you got it for 400 quid, I think that'd be good, but auction-wise, it's not going to be great. Let's have a look, actually. Best match, ending soonest. There we go. And let's put auction only. That's better. Oh, here we go. It's an interesting one. 21 minutes left. We've got an Alienware X51 gaming PC, i7 3770, GTX 660, 1.5 gig. Oh, that's the That's the memory of the graphics card. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard disk, mouse and keyboard. For 210 quid. That's actually not crazy, because that's actually almost like a collector piece now, an X51 Alienware. That's pretty cool. The problem you're going to have with this is it's not going to be upgradable. It's probably why the person selling it is. It's going to be really tough to upgrade that, because you can see the kind of custom case and stuff with that. And he's including the mouse and keyboard as well, actually. So that's actually pretty good, 210 quid, if that all works, because they're not it's a decent enough mouse, isn't it? What mouse is it? It's the 710 SteelSeries. I won't bother looking, but it's probably like 50 quid brand new, something like that. Cooler Master Storm Quickfire keyboard and it's Cherry MX Brown, so it's decent enough. Maybe another 50 quid for that. So If you wanted something to maybe use as a media center, or you know, you wanted really kind of very basic gaming, like you played games like RimWorld or Football Manager or something like that, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to use. Very old, but 210 quid is actually not crazy for that. Ultra fast gaming PC. i7, 12 gigabyte, 2 terabyte, 240 SSD, GTX 560 Ti, and you dare to use the word ultra fast. I mean, ultra fast, like 6 years ago, yeah, but even then, actually, that's not even like a, yeah. Firstly, not a big fan of the aesthetic here, of what's going on in here. You've got, okay. The case is not, this isn't my favourite type of case. It's always going to be, what is this RAM? He's got 6 sticks of RAM in? Oh, wow, okay. What they 6, I'm assuming the 12 gigabyte refers to the RAM. Let's have a look. 12 gigabyte Corsair. I'm assuming that's the RAM. Windows start in 25 seconds. That's not good. What? Why does that require 3 exclamation marks? Windows start in 25 seconds. Listen, my laptop is fairly old, and Windows will start within 5 seconds. My PC Windows will start like probably a little bit less than maybe 5 seconds, 25 seconds. Okay, I mean, sure. Right, what is it? It says i7 950. Wow, that is like super old. That 450 quid. I didn't even look at the price. I was just looking at the stuff that's in it. Oh dear, oh dear. That's pretty bad. PC Tower has no original side metal panel, and I do not need it. I built with clear plastic, stick to side, looking awesome at night. Oh, okay. I listen. He's chucking in a monitor and a keyboard and mouse, and the remote to the RGB lights. That's good of him. Yeah, no, no. A 560. What? There's no bids on it, and it's ending in an hour. Like, it kind of says it all. A 560 Ti. In actual fact, he's put 560 Ti there, but I think down here has he put? Oh no, he has put Ti. Yeah, the 560 Ti will not play much nowadays, I'm afraid. Game PC computer tower. Oh boy. Oh my god, he's got an SLI setup in there. Okay, 1,000 watt power supply. Oh, no, this is interesting. 200 quid. Ends in 3 hours. What is this like? What is this? Oh boy. To be fair, like on older PCs, like and older cases, they didn't really do a lot with cable management because the PC case was never really that open. So you always had these. To be fair though, that looks like a modular power supply, so there's no real excuse. I was going to say most power supplies were not modular. Look, he's got a Crossfire AMD setup here. What is this? Oh man, so he's got a Phenom 2 Black Edition, 8 gigabytes of G-Skill RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD, 2 times 1 terabyte hard disk drive, Ninja CPU cooler, 1,000 watt power supply. You can connect what you wish. He's not wrong there, to be fair. That is massively overkill. The Cooler Master Cosmos 1000 tower. That's a pretty high-end tower for its time, to be fair. Not so much nowadays. And you can see like the cables wouldn't be that visible, and it would be enclosed either side, I believe. You know, for 200 quid, I would almost be tempted to pick that up for like an old, like retro game kind of PC. I wouldn't pick it up to play anything nowadays on, but it's that is interesting actually. Used rarely. Back in the day, that would have cost you like 1,500 quid, £2,000 sort of thing. Crazy. PC specialist gaming PC, NVIDIA GTX 1050 plus 1440 Hz monitor. What is that? What's going on with your monitor? Okay, so he's got the. Oh, okay. So it doesn't. So it does have a GTX 1050. It just has a Ryzen 3 2200 in it. Is that right? Because yeah, he's got a GTX 1050. Windows 10 ready. I've only had this PC since December and I had a lot of fun using it, so it's still pretty new, but I don't use it as often anymore due to other priorities. PC runs Fortnite 230 plus FPS in creative and real games, and in real games, so Fortnite's not real, but in real games 140 to 180 depending on where the map you are. So, he means, I apologise, he means in like the actual game of Fortnite with everything, 140. Yeah, sure, you can get high frame rate in Fortnite. It's quite well optimized, but graphically, you will be turning a lot of things down. 280 quid? I can deliver to surrounding area leads for an extra 25 quid petrol. How much do you think petrol costs, buddy? Originally brought the PC for £800 in December. Man, you got robbed. You did not buy that for 800 quid. Don't even go there. Listen, I mean, it's a GTX 1050, which, I mean, we just saw a 1050 Ti, didn't we? Which was, how much was that 1050 Ti? Was it here we saw it? I don't think it was here we saw it, actually. But, a 1050 is kind of pushing it. And the Ryzen 3 is 2200G is not going to get you a lot. Sure, you'll be able to play Fortnite at fairly high levels, but not anything great there. You're chucking in the monitor as well. Doesn't say what the make of the monitor is, but I mean, sure, I'd say that's not actually terrible, to be fair. Obviously just wants to get rid of it. 3 hours left, 280. I'd be intrigued to know what it kind of goes for. Ooh, look at that Alienware. Let's go first for this Zalman Z11. I mean, that looks actually fairly tidy inside, so fair play to them on that one. Maybe that is a little bit more of a... What is this? What is that cooler on there? Okay, I'm intrigued. 280 quid, 3 hours left, no bids. We have a good example of gaming PC even to this date. The spec for this computer is i5 4590, Gigabyte GA Z97D3H, 500GB Seagate hard drives, Toshiba 240GB SSD, GTX 1060 06 G, 500-watt power supply, Corsair Vengeance Pro 8GB. Brand new, the items including delivery cost 750 quid. No, they don't. They don't at all. If you want better graphics, have an MSI GeForce 1080 Overclocked Edition. Extra 400? Come on, buddy. Seeing this card over low purchase here in the UK and brand new, I'd say if you want, oh my god, a 1080 for 400 quid, buddy. I can get a 2060 nowadays for that much, brand new. That's not good. Yeah, for an extra 400 quid, because then he gets to keep the 1060, don't forget. So you're actually, what he's charging you is probably 750, 800, because he's saying you pay an extra 400 on top of that price, which included the thing. So he's not saying I'll give it to you for even 400. He's saying I'll give it to you for, say, 600. If you want to say the 1060 costs 200, because he's taking that out and then he'll sell that separately. So yeah, and it's the MSI Armor, which is like the lowest end kind of ones of the MSI range anyway. No. I'm trying to find something which is, let's look at something which is quite high price but isn't. I mean, these are not people selling, if that makes sense. See if anything here kind of, wow, 136 quid. A Phenom 98 Black Edition. If you wanted something like, I don't know too much about like retro computers, but I guess if you wanted something which would run kind of like an older version of Windows, and maybe you were into a bit more retro gaming, something like this would not be a crazy option for you, and it's actually very cheap. If you wanted it to run anything modern, then that's not going to happen. Quad-core gaming PC GTX 960. I love it when they're like Windows 10 Pro. Like, what else would you be running, really? The ultimate Fortnite gaming PC. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. 800 quid. High spec, the ultimate gaming PC. GPU is RX 470. Okay. Let's build this one. Okay, what's he got? So he's got the XFX RX 470. XFX RX 470. Do you have it on here? Jesus. Let's look on here. Quadros. Radeon RX 470. There we go. Right, here we go. And it is the, it doesn't say what model it is, so they're pretty much all the same. There's no price actually. Which one does it look like? Does it have dual fans on it? We can't really see. Yes, it does. Okay, and they're kind of whitish. I'm going to go for the triple X. It hasn't got any prices, but do they have RX 470s on here that we could have a look at? I think it might be a bit too old to do that, despite it being the ultimate Fortnite gaming PC. They might not have an RX. Oh, no. Oh, they got one. It's 150 quid, but that's... okay, so call that 150 quid. We need to add on there. I think that's being generous. The Asus Rampage 2 Extreme doesn't have any specification. It's a Xeon W 6-core 12-thread. Okay, actually, this got interesting. Okay, let's choose the Xeon. I don't even know if we're going to be able to do this. Where's the Xeon? What is it? The W3670. Yeah, I don't think it's even going to be on here. Runs Fortnite at 144 frames per second on medium settings. But remember, it is the ultimate Fortnite PC. What's going on with these fans here? Did he just have a spare one and went... Or did he actually think that was going to do stuff? There's like 3 of them there. Okay. The case is interesting. But the PC is far from it. Yeah. That's not worth 800 quid. I'm sorry, buddy, but no. You can buy brand new for that, and you would get a much better PC. Oh, okay, 103 quid, brand new, for a Ryzen 5 3400G. Interesting little case. Can't see anything inside. So it doesn't have the graphics card, but it does have the 3400G processor, which will run things. Not particularly brilliantly, but it will run things. The ultimate gaming PC. This ultimate gaming PC that doesn't even have a graphics card. I mean, if you got it for £103, then you've got yourself a little bargain there, because that chip alone will cost you, what was it, the 3400G, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so 5. 3400 will cost you £150 to buy brand new. So absolutely, that's a bargain. Whether that will be £103, I don't know. You have to collect it, apparently. Or no, they'll post it for only £7.50. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually not terrible. Like if you just wanted something cheap, but you know, don't tell me it's an ultimate gaming PC. Oh, it looks like they maybe have a few of these. There might be a seller. Interesting. I quite like the case. I like a colourful case on the outside. If you can't really do the RGB on the inside, they do it on the outside. What have we got down here? Gaming PC, £150. Thanks for showing me the RAM up close there. That doesn't have a graphics card. What do you... Okay, you're expecting them to run games on an A800 6600K APU, right? And you're looking for 250 quid by now. Yeah, okay. Oh god, no! Please tell me that you have a graphics card in this. You're not just saying it's a Ryzen 2400G. It looks like they do have a graphics card. How does it actually look inside? Interesting fan at the back there. Okay, I'm going to guess that's like a 9 series card. Let's see. 10 series, 1060, 6GB. Actually, 1060, 6GB is not crazy. I'm selling my gaming PC that's hardly used. Probably ran Fortnite 3 to 5 times. Not used for games at all. Only had it 7 months or so. What? I don't know why you would pair a 1060 with the Ryzen 5 2400G. And also, did it? No, it did say it was 2400G. So waste laying around. Amazing condition. Just the crack on one of the bottom right screws seen in pics. I don't know much about PCs. Drop me a message and I'll happy answer. Listen, for 400 quid, mate, I'm really sorry, but you're not... I mean, 12 people have bid. I guess a 1060. I don't know if you can even... Can you buy a 1060 at the minute? Apparently you can. It's 250 quid. To buy brand new. It's out of stock, but this is second hand, so you know. How much will a 1060 GTX 1060 go for? They're selling the 3GB one there for 51. 6GB, 100 quid. Let's have a look. Sorry, ending soonest. So why are people paying this price for a 1060? Okay, that seems a little bit better, doesn't it? Well, it's a 3GB though, to be fair. Say it's 100 quid. You can pick up one used for, which is probably about right. The Ryzen 2400G is not a lot. Doesn't specify anything else. Yeah, it's not 400 quid's worth. I don't think. Personally, but 12 people disagree with me, so fair enough. i7 gaming PC, Fortnite, 85 frames per second. Warzone. So it does seem to me, as somebody who perhaps doesn't come on here that as often, people are just trying to sell to like younger Fortnite kids or adults who don't know anything about gaming PCs and they're trying to buy for their kid who wants to play Fortnite. This is interesting. It's an old S340, isn't it? No, that's a new one, isn't it? The is that the 710? The NZXT case I'm talking about here. It's got the Wraith Spire cooler. What's he got? AMD 2600X. Okay. PCs used had 2 owners. Fantastic condition, everything working. I wouldn't even say how many owners it has. I don't think that does you any favours, really. Aorus B450, Wraith Max cooler. 16GB of RAM is pretty good, and it's decent enough RAM actually. Samsung Evo 970 is decent, and the Samsung 850 Evo, normal, not M.2, so SATA drive. RX Vega 56 Air Boost GPU. It's got some Noctua fans and some Corsair. H500, sorry, case, isn't it? Power supply 650. And how much does he want? 629 quid. Yeah. 629 quid. Seems like a lot. How much is the RX5? RX Vega 56. You don't basically have that for sale anymore. Don't really know what that is capable of, but I don't think I'd be paying that price for it. 629 quid, that's a lot of money. These are all kind of old refurbished like office PCs, aren't they? Oh, hello. Custom gaming PC, NVIDIA RTX 2080 Ti, i5 8600, 64GB RAM, 1500, seller refurbished. And now this is interesting because an RTX 2080 Ti is like a £1,200 on its own. It's a pallet one. Let's have a look at how much that will cost. Brand new. RTX 2080 Ti, manufacturer, pallet. So yeah, you're looking at £1,100 just for that. The i5 8600 is a pretty decent. It's a decent enough CPU to pair with the 2080 Ti. You might want to go a little bit higher, but I think you'd be right. 64GB of RAM is super overkill. So I don't know what they were doing with this, but they would make a very good kind of like PC to have as what I want to say, like editing software, stuff like that. The Corsair Hydro H60, okay, it's decent enough. 1TB Crucial SSD, 16GB Intel Optane memory. That's interesting. It's got one of those little Optane things. Corsair 650W power supplies, decent enough, gold certified, yet. Just gigabyte Intel Z370. Gigabyte wireless PCIe interface card. That's the little card thing we saw. And a Carbine 100R. It's just a case I've actually owned in the past before and is decent enough, but very much no frills on there. Which is, I don't know, where did the 2080 Ti come from? It seems a weird, like, is it? I'm selling due to not using it. It was originally intended for a machine learning project. That makes sense. However, it never went ahead, so now it's just sat in my office not being used. PC cost me over £2,000 to build, great condition. Case is also brand new. Collection is preferred, but I'm happy to send if needs be. That's actually a bargain. I'm going to say if it sells for 1,500, someone's got themselves a bargain, because even if you take just the graphics card and sell the rest, 64GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM would be. Let's build that, actually. Let's build that. We can build that PC. It's new enough. So, right, what was it? It was an Intel Intel Core i5. Don't know if they'll have it, the older models. He said it was the 8600. 85. Does he mean 85? 8600. No, there we go. That's 233 quid on its own. Cooler is a Corsair Hydro H60. Corsair Hydro H60. Is that the... I don't know which particular model it is. There's a one which is like slightly more expensive. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt because it looks like it's RGB, and that's what that one is. Choose motherboard. It was a Intel Gigabyte ultra durable. Okay, Gigabyte. Wow, there's a lot of them. Z370, he said, didn't he? Here we go. Don't know which one it is. They don't have prices, so we'll choose the only one that has a price. There you go. It probably, I seriously doubt it would be that much. You could probably knock off 150 quid there. 64 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance. It's not the... Can we do a 4 times 8? That's not even enough, is it? You need like 4 times 16. Yeah. What speed? 3000 megahertz. Can we choose the speed here to save me a... No, we can't. Oh, no, we can. PC part picker is superb. So it's not going to be anything too fancy, is it? So let's just put that in there. This is dollars as well. I don't know why I've got it in dollars, but there you go. The video card is a palette 2080 Ti. I don't know what. Okay, we can't really build it on here. We could build it on here perhaps, but the bottom line is that is a £2,000 gaming PC, and he's selling it for £500 less than what it is, and it looks like it has barely been used, and it actually looks like it's been built fairly decent. I would have put the CPU fan probably at the back or on the top, but you can easily do that yourself. Just change that about in there. But yeah, that's a bargain. 10 hours left. I wonder how much it's going to go for. As a thing, that could go for £2,000 still. You never really know. It's not ending that soon, is it, I guess? BNIB. What is BNIB? High-end custom Intel gaming PC. For 550 quid. Okay, let's see what you've got. That doesn't look that high-end to me. 4690 CPU, never overclocked. A 1050 Ti, 2 weeks old. So it wasn't new then, because you're not buying them new, are you? Wait. What's this? What is this monstrosity here for 200 quid? 2 GTX 570s in SLI. Oh, this has one of the fastest old CPU inside. i7 2600 Cocco. Do you know what? He's not wrong. That CPU is absolutely fine nowadays. Your problem with having the 2 graphics card here is it's cool. Your cable management is shocking though, but it's cool. It's not necessarily his fault. Also, is that a 1000 watt power supply? Oh god. Anyway, what was I saying about the yeah, the problem is very few games nowadays support SLI, so you're not going to really get anything out of that. What is going on with all this stuff? This looks like, you know that scene in Star Wars when they're in the garbage compactor? This is what this reminds me of. Oh dear. There's a lot of people, by the way, selling their PCs right now. There's way more than I thought there would be. Music production PC, 300 quid. Yeah, do you know what? i5 6500, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 300 quid. Gaming PC. I love it when they give no specs. That's a Corsair spec case. He's done it without the lights, with the lights, without lights, with lights. Everyone seems to love water cooling, don't they? What's he got? 1063 gigabyte, i7 6700K. It's a very good CPU. I've had it before. 750 watt power supply, 240 gigabyte, 120, 16 gigabytes of RAM. And he wants 650 quid. No, thank you. No, just no. 24 gigabytes GDR3. An 850 watt PSU. No GPU. Why can you say it's a gaming PC then? This isn't right. Just because it's in a case, and you have some LED fans in it, it doesn't make it a gaming PC. This is interesting. A small form factor. I mean, I'll forgive cable management in this size case. Oh, that's one of those little Thermatate cases, yeah. Okay. Used 380 quid. What's he got? 1070 Ti. Very capable 4K gaming. Okay, you're losing me there. Sure, if I want to play RimWorld at 4K, it absolutely is capable. i5-8400, one of the best gaming processors. Disagree. Z370 motherboard, 8 GB of RAM, 512 ultra fast SSD. I mean, 380 quid, and considering it's like a small form factor, so it's got that going for it in a way. Intel stock Core though. Come on, Matt, what are you doing to yourself? And what is this cable management here? I'm not letting them off the cable management anymore. $29 bids. I think people just like the PC game pre-owned 5p. Okay. I want to see something which is like super high priced. Okay, I guess this is 900 quid. i7-8700K, NVIDIA 1080 Ti. See how it looks. It's a nice case. This Cooler Master case is very nice. That is an expensive case, I will give you that. So a lot of money spent on this building PC. Very fast, handles everything smoothly. Selling due to not having much time to games, just having a child. Fair enough. Pick up only as it's heavy. Yep, that's fair. 8700K is a very good CPU. Maximus motherboard is a good motherboard. 16 GB of RAM. The 1080 Ti, I've owned one. It's very good. I went from the 1080 Ti to 2080, and I noticed a good bit of performance extra, but not crazy, if that makes sense. No, sorry, I went from a 2080 to a 2080 Super, and I noticed, yeah, a good chunk, but a 2080 Super is like the price of this whole PC. So, how many bids has he got? One. I don't think it's a crazy price. I think it's not a bargain, if that makes sense, but it's not crazy overpriced either. That's an expensive case, the Cooler Master one. I think it's a full tower as well. Actually, it might be classed as mid tower on here. Let's have a look. Manufacturer, Cooler Master. No, they don't have it on here. It's a slightly older one. Oh no, is it the C? What was it? What model? Can you tell me? Call it C700P. C700P is a £300 case to buy brand new. So in that respect, yeah, I think it might be a slightly older version of this. It doesn't quite look like that one. Oh no, it does. It is that one. I apologise. It's a 300 quid case. And he's giving you the rest of it for the price. I'd say that's a bargain, yeah, because of the case. Now you might be like, well, I want those specs, but I don't want the £300 case, which is fair enough. It's not going to be for you, but you know. Try and look what else is interesting here. 75 quid. Please view new pics. £75. 1660 for 600 quid. With an i7 2600K, no thanks. What people have to understand is you're selling new. It might well have cost you £1,000. Sorry, you're selling used. It might well have cost you, £900 to buy it, but you're selling it used. It's, people are taking a risk on this, so it's the way it goes. 300 quid. Doesn't look like the nicest. What is that? He's got some sort of custom cooling loop in here with this sort of weird fan like facing. What the hell is this? Okay. What? Wait, what? Oh, that's the top. Okay. That's the front. It's including the monitor, I guess, and the keyboard and the mouse. Rampage. Oh my god, it's a 990. GDDR3, yeah. And how much was he wanting for this? 300 quid. I mean, not sure about that one. I think you can get a bit of bargain than that. to be honest. Yeah, if you're saying to somebody, I want 300 quid, you can buy an Xbox One X for less than 300 quid now, and it will outperform that massively. So if you're selling it as I understand, and I often put forward these arguments, say PC is more than that, but the reality of the market you're selling this to will probably be, people who are just want it to game on with their mates or whatever because they got a PC, and I don't think you're really, yeah, I think 300 quid is necessarily the best kind of thing. But I mean, that's the gaming PC market. If you could see me on camera, I'd be doing air quotes right now for gaming PC. Let's have a look at this Ultra Spec Ryzen 7 as the last one we're going to do for this. I might have a look at how much some parts are going for. You got some nice looking fans there. What case is that? I can't actually see. Brand new in box. That's what BNIB means. I've just worked it out. I'm a genius. As a custom built by Custom Builds UK. Okay. But how much are Custom Builds? Oh, is this Custom Builds who are selling it? It's not like they. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's an actual seller. 650 quid. Ryzen 7. You've already lost me. 5700. Nah. Be wary of things which are showing you RGB over and over again. Like, it has a fancy case, so I can put the price up by X amount, because fancy RGB fans are not that expensive. So yeah, be wary. So yeah, I think that's an interesting thing. I wanted to have a look actually and compare some graphics cards to some like new ones, specifically the kind of Nvidias, and see what people are selling. So I was going to go for the RTX 2060 and see what people are kind of selling this for. So ending soonest and auction only. This is 60 bids, £243. What is an RTX 2060 going for nowadays? So lowest price 280 for that particular. They don't have that particular Strix one, but you would go up. I would imagine it would be pretty expensive actually for that Strix one, for the RTX. 243 quid is not a terrible price, but again, you are getting it second hand, so you don't know how it's been used. Yeah, because these are all like 300. You can see here, 243 is not terrible. That's 211. Is there a problem with it? Been a little under a year. It is dusty. Just then it doesn't look that dusty, to be completely honest with you. Okay, your impressions of dusty compared to. Okay, I can see a little bit on there, but it's not that bad. As long as it works. I mean, they say great card, no problems being cared for, but it's dusty. Came pre-overclock. Done no overclock myself. I mean, the thing I would say about overclocking is, if you're doing a little bit of overclocking of cars, most things nowadays are actually built to do overclocking. I think it was different like 4 or 5 years ago, where people were pushing things beyond their limits. I think nowadays there's an expectation that a lot of people will. What is this? 1p, no bids. Is it just the box? It's got to be just the box, right? Yeah, I don't think it's not like a car where you're like, yeah, I've driven it to its absolute limit constantly, where it's going to have much more problems. So 2080 Ti, 900 quid. Not bad actually. 9 minutes left, £900 for that. That will retail. It's a Strix, and that will retail for like 1,200 quid. It's not too bad actually. That's even better, 410 quid, parts only. Okay, so it's broken, I was going to say. This one, this is 2080 for 410 quid. I mean, that's a decent card, by the way. The Trio is one of the high-end ones. And a 2080 is a good card as well. So if that is legit, immaculate condition, fully tested, working, like, that's a bargain for 410. This is why I'm saying, like, building your own computer is so much cheaper than buying one of those pre-built ones that people are trying to sell you. Yeah, if we look at like an RX 570, you can see here, like the RX 580, it's got 6 hours left, 66 bids, 66 quid. And that's a decent graphics card. That will get you high frame rates on Fortnite. No original box. I mean, okay, maybe you're taking a bit of a risk on that, but not really. 66 quid. And if it works, you perfect working order. So guess you've got that to fall back on. That's a really good price. That will cost you an RX 570 like that, brand new, will cost you, yeah, 150 quid. So I'd say that's a bit of a bargain. So I guess to kind of summarize here, not just laugh at people's massively overpricing, but to summarize, I guess I would say that always build your own PC. There are some bargains to be had, I think, on eBay, but you have to be super careful. Don't fall for gamery gimmicks at all, because it's all just it is a gimmick. And make sure you use PayPal on eBay when you buy things as well. But there are some bargains out there, I guess, that you can get. You just have to look carefully. But buying new parts is, there's a risk associated with buying used. You don't know how it was treated. You don't know what it was, how it was done. It's always going to be a slight risk on there. So bear that in mind whenever you do. But yeah, it's been interesting, actually. I'd like to maybe do some more of these and look at stuff. But till next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.